Yeah, I said the most beautiful thing in this world is silence. If only you are ready to listen.
A great
That was
answer.
my answer to it.
Yeah. Congratulations and thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
sharing
Thanks
such
for the
sharing
support.
achievement with me. So now let's move forward with the speciality of today. So people always say that every day is a special day. So what is so special about today? So today is National Fruitcake Day in United States of America. So across the USA, fruitcake lovers, young and old, they commemorate National Fruitcake Day each year on December 27th. Okay, so before we start our meeting, there are some rules and regulations that we'll follow throughout this meeting. Every members are requested to prefix their name with the role that you are playing, and after role you have to write your name. Our Zoom master will mute all the members, and members are only allowed to speak when called upon. Whenever someone being called upon the stage or after any speech, will show our appreciation by silent clapping, keeping our video on, or by showing the gestures from the bottom of your screen. If you have any technical issue or if you have anything to say, you can use raise hand option. Our Zoom masters will get back to you. And I request everyone to not speak on medium topics like sex, religion, and politics, so that everyone can feel comfortable. And I request everyone to keep your camera on so that we can give our speakers and all the role players a very good experience as of our physical meeting. With this, I would like to hand over the stage to the very energetic and enthusiastic presiding officer, Toastmaster Utkarsh. Please welcome Toastmaster Utkarsh.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Neil, for that brilliant start to this meeting. And what a day it is. Toastmaster Neil, I think you forgot to mention the speciality of this day. And the speciality, one other speciality of today is that today is the 125th meeting of Toastmasters Club of Baroda. Isn't that a speciality in itself? First of all, I welcome all the people present over here, the club members and the guests from other clubs and the dignitaries that are present over here to this milestone meeting of Toastmasters Club of Baroda. In a way, it is a turning point. The last meeting of the year, that was 2020. Maybe a happy moment for all of us. Also, the last meeting for this current executive committee. So a winds of change coming over there. Another thing was when we had this milestone of 125th meeting, I was confused because just 6 months ago we celebrated 100th meeting. Century is a very big milestone, they say. But what is so special about 125th meeting? So I was just reading up about what is so special about 125th. So I came to know. So in the royalties or even in the musical circles, so they have this honorific of Savai. So yeah, they say yes, some people might be expert, but he is a Savai. Savai is 1¼ so that is something more than the legend. So legends are here and a Savai is just above that. So TCB is at the Savai century milestone, that is 1¼ century we have completed. And yes, in a way, we are trying our best to be Savai in our club quality and member experience as well. And that is evident by the happy faces that I can see over here. So yes, let's get started with this meeting. But before we go ahead to the festivities and the interesting activities that are planned by MOCs, let me recognize the district officers that are present over here. I will come to our very own district director, but I can also see distinguished Toastmaster Ankit over here, district director, division director of Division M. So welcome, distinguished Toastmaster Ankit. And
thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. And now I would like to call upon our very own division director, Toastmaster Aviral. Now, let me tell you something about Toastmaster Aviral. No, that's not all the introduction. Okay, I know the man needs no introduction, but I want to say something about. So everybody from the division knows that Toastmaster Neha is the dawn of Area A2. But let me tell you, Toastmaster Aviral is the actual dawn of Division A, the one and only, as they say in colloquial language, my bab of our division, or even the bhai of our divisions. And his support to TCB throughout this tenure, I would really like to thank you, right from being there for our membership campaigns to guiding us, and especially honoring us with your message for our newsletter. That was very touching when you said that TCB is setting the parameters of quality against which all the clubs are being mentored. So I think we would like to hear something from you on this occasion. Over to you, Toastmaster Aviral, for your words.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Utkarsh, for that wonderful introduction. I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
Immediate past President, distinguished Toastmaster Deepak Menon, Division M Director Ankit Das Gupta, Area A2 Director Neha, club officials, members, and esteemed guests. I cannot truly explain what an honor it is to be present in 125th meeting of Toastmasters Club of Baroda and to get a chance to address the club in the presence of such esteemed Toastmasters. Now, when Neha asked me to visit come to the meeting and also address the meeting, I promised Neha that I am going to prepare a fantastic speech and I'll deliver it in your club. And so this will be the first time that I'll be going to a club and with a speech already prepared. But that would, I believe, would have ruined my reputation. And I didn't do that because I believe whatever I say in a club meeting, it should come from my heart and not something which I have prepared beforehand. As Toastmasters Club of Baroda celebrates its 125th meeting, I want to say that it's not just 125th meeting which is to be celebrated or which is a milestone. To me, every meeting that I attend is a milestone. Every meeting needs to be celebrated. Every meeting is a milestone for some of us. Some of us, like I believe today, there will be members who will be completing some levels on pathways. They'll be completing their journey. They'll be taking their journey ahead. And for them, it is a milestone to reach level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, or even become a distinguished Toastmaster in a particular meeting. And that needs to be celebrated by all of us. So as the tradition goes, as you are celebrating 125th meeting, I wish that Toastmasters Club of Baroda celebrates all their meetings and keep inviting all the dignitaries from across the world to their meetings and not just for their 125th meeting. At least keep inviting me. These days I'll be very honest with you. I got a new TV, I got a new house, and then I installed this TV and, with this MI box and everything. So I recently got a subscription of Discovery Plus, and then I was watching this show, How the Universe Works. And while watching that show, there was an episode which I recommend you to see it. It's The Edge of Universe, where it talks about how vast the universe really is. And after watching that episode, I realized that we are nothing but very minuscule, tiny specks in the universe. There are thousands of galaxies in the universe. These thousands of galaxies have billions of stars, billions of solar systems, and in one of those stars, among those thousands of galaxies, we live. And even in our solar system, we are very small. We are a very small entity. And then I realized that I am taking my life very seriously, which I should not. There is nothing to worry about, because ultimately we are nothing but these tiny specks, these negligible people, not people in our lives. We are very important, but as in the universe's context, we are not that special. And then I realized what happens in a Toastmasters meeting. Now, if we are such tiny, small, tiny speck in the universe, we need not worry about a lot of things. We should live a life to the fullest. And then I asked myself this question: what helps me live my life to the fullest? And the answer that came to me was attending a Toastmasters meeting. Now, attending a Toastmasters meeting is one of the happiest moments of my entire day, where I tend to forget how bad my went day, how I was scolded by my boss, how I had to quarrel with my colleagues to get the job done, and just think about myself, improving myself, and getting to know such wonderful people. That's why I said in the first place that every meeting is a celebration, because every meeting that we attend helps us forget umpteen stresses that we face in our lives every day. So I hope that we keep celebrating our every Toastmaster meeting, we keep living our life to the fullest, and we keep coming back to all our meetings. Thank you. Thank you very much again for giving me this opportunity, and back to you, President Utkarsh.
What can be more opportune than speaking about the importance of celebration when we are celebrating the milestone meeting? Thank you, Division Director Aviral, for that brilliant talk. And we all know, we all are waiting to hear the immediate past International President, distinguished Toastmaster Deepak Menon. And indeed, what does it take to reach the highest rungs of leadership? And that too in an organization like Toastmasters, where the only leadership that we work is the principle of service leadership. So we all are very excited. But before we go to the talk, I would like to introduce you to two people of Toastmasters Club of Baroda, who are actually the powerhouses in their own right, who are going to take us forward in this meeting. Yes, I'm talking about the masters of ceremonies of this evening. So this first Toastmaster is just 3 months old in the organization, but within this 3 months, he has been contest chairs in 5 club contests. He has completed his 2 levels of his pathway. He is one of the designers of our coveted 2nd edition of newsletter. And also he is the upcoming secretary of our club. What more do I need to say now to tell you how enthusiastic this Toastmaster is? Join your hands and welcome Toastmaster Aryaman Sinha as the first MOC of the evening.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Utkarsh, for the introduction.
And please also let me introduce the second MOC. In the parlance of District 98, again, this person needs no introduction. But again, I have a long list with me over here of the accomplishments. I would like to restrict to the few. First is a TEDx speaker. Second, an author. Third, an poet. I think let us stop, otherwise we'll consume all the time with these introductions. Just let me introduce you directly to our very own charming Toastmaster Pinky Behrooz, the second MOC of the day. And now I hand it over to you both to take forward this meeting. Over to you, MOCs.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction, Toastmaster Utkarsh. Aryaman, you know what? I hit a milestone yesterday.
Oh, wow. What is it?
No. Wrong question. Not what was it, but how was it? It was rough and tough. My face still hurts.
Got it. This is the side effect of engaging human path. Good evening, everyone. Today, we are here to celebrate our 125th meeting. Toastmaster Pinky, why don't you remind us how we celebrated our 25th, 50th, 75th, and the 100th meeting?
Sure, I would love to do that. Our 25th meeting, Silver Jubilee, we celebrated with our sister club, Vadodara Toastmasters Club. Our 50th meeting, it had the magic of skit, the rhythm of music. Our 75th meeting, It was an outdoor meet. We played team building games and had delicious lunch together. And 100 meeting was full of Bollywood masala. Oh my God, it's like reliving those moments. Toastmaster Aryaman, why don't you share with us your most cherished memory with TCB till now? With TCB or any of its member?
Well, my most cherished memory with TCB and its members both is a very recent one, or as I would like to say, less than 24 hours old.
Oh,
It is when I was creating and finishing the newsletter, staying up at late hours, and communicating with the other designers past 1 or 2 a.m. Those things are something which I won't ever forget, and the dedication shown by my fellow designers and me was something which I've never seen before. Those were my most cherished moments with TCB and its members.
wow, Aryaman. Amazing. And Aryaman, what do you think? Shall we tell everyone how are we going to celebrate our 125th meeting?
Yes, why not? We will we have the keynote by immediate past president Sir Deepak Menon. Then we have our debate, we have our games, and we have our esteemed newsletter launch.
Amazing.
So what are we
Amazing.
having first?
Uh, why not start with the most awaited session, the keynote?
Yes.
I would like to tell everyone that we will have a keynote of 10 to 15 minutes, and after that there will be a Q&A round 10 to 15 minutes again. I will just check if the chat is open. Chat is disabled, but I have the questions. A Google form was circulated, so we are sorted with that. And I would like to introduce, in fact, it is an honor for me to introduce our keynote speaker. He is a Toastmaster since 2002 and at present the immediate past international president. As an officer of the Toastmasters International Board of Directors, he works with the board to develop, support, and modify the policies and procedures that guide Toastmasters International in fulfilling its mission. He is one of the partners at JP Kapoor and Oberoi in New Delhi, a trustee of the Columban Endowment Trust, a fellow chartered accountant with the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and co-founder of publishing house Ambi Knowledge Resources Private Limited. He has served as the chief coordinator for the Toastmasters Youth Leadership Program in collaboration with the American Center in New Delhi and helped build communication and leadership skills for approximately 700 underprivileged children in India. He says, Toastmasters has taught me skills that no school, college, or university can teach. So let us welcome distinguished Toastmaster Deepak Menon with a huge round of applause to present his keynote titled Why. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Deepak Menon.
Thank you very much for the very kind. That had me stunned for a moment. I wondered where did that sound come from? But thank you for that huge applause. Probably I've experienced this for the first time in an online meeting. But thank you again for your introduction, and thank you for inviting me to this wonderful occasion of the 125th meeting of the Toastmasters Club of Baroda. And I echo the words of your division director. I hope that you celebrate many more milestones as you go forward, and you celebrate and carry forward the legacy that you have now inherited and that you're going to carry forward as well. But today I want to talk to you about why. Is that a question that you ask yourselves often? Why? Have you ever pondered? Sometimes it can be a very philosophical question. such as, why was I born? And it could also be perhaps a very mundane question, such as, why should I go out of my house today? Why shouldn't I remain in the bed today? It's right, especially in Delhi when it's getting colder every day. I was confronted with this why in Toastmasters. I take you back to August 2010. It was the international convention in August 2010. The venue of the convention was Palm Desert in California. That year, in June of 2010, I had completed the position, the role of the district governor. That's what we were called then, district governors. Now they're called district directors. So I had completed the term of district governor of District 82. District 82, of course, at that time, comprised of all the clubs of India and Sri Lanka, which currently has 6 districts. But then we had only 1 district at that time. And I had been pretty successful as a district governor. Our district had been ranked as the #1 district in the world. We were a President's Distinguished District. And I was basking in all the appreciation that I was receiving at the convention. There I was mounting the stage at the Hall of Fame and accepting the accolades from the then international president, Gary Schmidt. As I walked off the stage, I was pondering as to what lay ahead. Was there any further leadership roles that I would like to take up? Or would this be the end of the road as far as leadership in Toastmasters was concerned? And I had already been in Toastmasters now for 8 years at that point in time. So what would I now do in Toastmasters? Why should I continue in Toastmasters? Was there anything else left for me to do? After all, I had served in all the capacities possible, from club officer roles to district officer positions of area director, or now at that time it was area governor, division governor, lieutenant governor marketing, lieutenant governor education and training, and then finally at the pinnacle of that, reaching the position of the district governor. The convention got over and I was still puzzling in my mind what lay ahead. The next port of call for me after the convention was Vancouver. I was visiting my niece that August, my niece who had moved very recently from Singapore, where she had been living, to Vancouver. And her name, Deepti, used to be earlier a resident of Mumbai, where she was born and brought up. That's where she had her schooling. And she had been a very bubbly, young, cheerful person when she was there in Mumbai. After she got married, she moved to Singapore. She had 2 little daughters. Of course, by the time they moved to Vancouver, they'd grown up a little bit. They were now approaching teenage years. And I was looking forward to meeting my same bubbly, energetic, vivacious niece. But when I reached Vancouver and I entered Deepti's house, I was aghast. That same bubbly, confident young girl had suddenly turned into this person who was so nervous and diffident, had become an introvert, and worse of all, she had developed a stammer. She could not speak to anybody without stammering and stuttering. And she was in such a state that she would even refuse to answer the phone call for fear that she would make a fool of herself while she spoke on the phone because she stuttered. She was in an extremely depressed state of mind. She would refuse to leave home because of the fear that she would be accosted by friends and strangers and she would have to speak. And again, what would come out of her mouth would be a stutter. Her husband, Rajiv, and her daughters were always trying to encourage her to leave home, to try and rebuild her life, to get back her confidence, but to no avail. I was there just for 3 days between the 15th of August and the 18th of August of 2010. And as I saw what had happened to Deepti, I wondered what I could do for her. And then I thought of Toastmasters. Perhaps Toastmasters could help her. And I spoke to her about Toastmasters, and I had suggested that perhaps we could go visit a Toastmasters Club meeting in Vancouver. But guess what? She said, absolutely not. And you know why? Because she knew that if she went to a Toastmasters meeting, she'd have to speak. And that's something that she was not at all willing to do. She was totally reluctant to open her mouth, right? And as the days to my visit to Vancouver were about to come to a close, I was getting more and more desperate. And I tried to use all that I'd learned in Toastmasters about persuasion and motivation and inspiration to get her to accompany me to a Toastmasters meeting. Finally, on the 18th of August, the day before I had to leave Vancouver, she agreed that she would accompany me to a Toastmasters meeting in downtown Vancouver. But she made me make a promise. And the promise was that she would not have to speak in the meeting. Well, of course, if that was the only way that I could get her to a Toastmasters meeting, I had to make that promise, and I did, knowing very well that I might not be able to keep it. So there I was with Deepti at the Toastmasters Club in Vancouver. Very friendly environment there, just like any other Toastmasters club. We were greeted by our fellow Toastmasters with big smiles and broad hugs. And we were made welcome and we were seated and the meeting started. And straight off, when the president started the meeting, he welcomed the guests and asked them to introduce themselves. And when it came to be Deepti's turn, she looked at me. She was a little horrified that she would have to get up, but nevertheless, she summoned up courage. She stood up and said, "My name is Deepti," and she sat down. She assumed that that was the end. That was all that she would have to say during the meeting. Meeting carried on, went very well. And then it came time for table topics. And the table topics master soon invited Deepti to come to the lectern to speak. When Deepti was invited, she turned to me, and if eyes had been daggers, then I would not have been present in this meeting today. Because yeah, she was looking at me, daggers drawn. However, she stood up and walked up to the lectern. The table topics master gave her a topic and she spoke. Of course, she stuttered. Of course, she was not feeling very confident, but she spoke. She spoke for nearly a minute and a half. And then she came back, sat down, and looked at me, glared at me. Of course, I did not have the courage to look back at her and establish eye contact with her at that time. But I nevertheless held her hand and started giving her a little more courage and confidence and encouragement. The meeting came to an end, and as the best speakers of the day were announced, Deepti was announced as the best table topic speaker that day. Imagine if you were there with me, you would have seen the smile on Deepti's face. And the next day, she joined Toastmasters. But again, she took a promise from me. She said that she would want to be mentored by me. And I told her, I reminded her, I live in New Delhi, you live in Vancouver, how am I going to mentor you? She says, no, we'll do long distance mentoring. There was no Zoom then, there was no WhatsApp then, but we did have Skype. And so I promised that I would contact her on Skype and we would speak whenever she needed, and I would certainly mentor her. she also made she made me make another promise, and that was when she completed the 10th speech of the legacy manual, The Competent Communicator, and the 10th speech from that, which is Inspire Your Audience, which is like a milestone speech, that I would be there back in Vancouver to be present in person for that event. And I made that promise, and I knew that I would keep that promise to her this time. So I came back to Delhi, the year went by, and in August of 2011, I was back in Vancouver to see the change that had occurred in Deepti. She had almost lost the stutter. She had regained her confidence and enthusiasm. She was back to being that bubbly young person that she had always been. And she was a delight to watch when she delivered that 10th speech. And my answer to why I wanted to continue in Toastmaster was there with me that day. Toastmasters had made such a change in the life of Deepti that I knew that I wanted to touch the lives of hundreds and thousands of people that I could reach out to who would benefit from whatever they managed to gain through Toastmasters. Because Toastmasters does not just teach us leadership skills and communication skills. It changes our lives completely. It gives us a new way of life. It gives us reasons to continue to be successful, to find ways that we can apply all that we learn in Toastmasters to the real world. I realized that each one of us must have a clear purpose, a purpose that is that's answered by the why. And my purpose, I found, was Toastmasters. What is your purpose? Have you ever thought of what your purpose is? Truly your purpose. What motivates you? Author Daniel Pink, have you heard of it? Heard of this person, Daniel Pink? Any of you? If not, I would suggest you should read his book titled Drive. It's about what motivates us. And Daniel Pink says there are three things that motivate a person: purpose, mastery, and automation, autonomy. Purpose, mastery, and autonomy. Purpose is what guides us, which leads us in the direction that we want, that all-consuming purpose, which is connected with passion. If you feel passionately about something, your whole mind, body, soul wants it, well, that clearly then is your purpose. If you're working towards anything, any goal that you hope to master, your passion will lead you towards that goal of mastery. And when you can do that independently, without anybody trying to look over your shoulder, and you can do it autonomously, you know that you're going to be able to do it, and it'll be worthwhile for you to do it. And in Toastmasters, we have all that we do, which is guided by purpose, by passion, by mastery, which is one of the core values, the core value of excellence. And finally, autonomy, because we get a lot of freedom in Toastmasters to do what we want to do in the way we want to do. Of course, it's our governing documents which define the extent, the boundaries, but within those boundaries, we have absolute freedom, we have absolute autonomy. As club officers, you have autonomy to decide how you're going to run your club. As members, you have freedom to exercise any kind of experimentation in your speeches to learn what you can do best and how you can improve and how you can become the best you possibly can. So explore your purpose, explore your why, and figure out how you can achieve your purpose, how you can achieve your passion of mastery and autonomy to become the best that you possibly can. I discovered my why, and that led me to further leadership positions. And I got on to the board of directors as an international director in 2013. And once I completed my term as international director in 2015, I decided to run for the position of the second vice president. And I got elected as second vice president in 2016, which finally led me to the position of the international president in 2019. And so I'm here now as your immediate past international president, all because I was able to answer my why. Madam Toastmaster.
Amazing, amazing. Distinguished Toastmaster Menon, your journey is so inspiring and so rightly said that Toastmaster changes lives. It has indeed changed my life. And today I promise myself that with the help of Toastmasters, I try to take a step ahead and try to change someone's life. Another thing that I learned from your speech is where there's a will, there's a way. When your niece in Vancouver said that she wanted you to be her mentor, no WhatsApp, no Zoom, but you found a way. So amazing. Thank you for that wonderful keynote. Now it's time for some question and answers. So let us begin. So my first question to you is, this is from Toastmaster Amit Desai from our club. He says, you have achieved so much in 18 years as a Toastmaster. What more do you see as yet to be achieved? What is left? Even we would like to know that.
I have miles to go before I sleep. Well, there is certainly lots more to achieve. You know, every time I attend a Toastmasters Club meeting, I learn more. I learn more from my fellow Toastmaster members who have their speeches. I learn more from the evaluations. I learn more every time I speak and I receive feedback. And I grow through every single meeting. You know, I've remained in Toastmasters for 18 years. I first thought I was here to gain as much as I could. Then I thought I could give back as much as I could. But now I continue because every single meeting gives me a learning opportunity, gives me more than I had ever thought I would receive. Toastmasters is a very giving organization. In my opinion, ask not what you can do for Toastmasters. Ask what Toastmasters can do for you.
Ask what Toastmasters can do for you. Amazing. So second question. What message would you give to someone who is hesitant to take up leadership roles? What would you tell to him or her?
In my opinion, our Toastmasters journey remains incomplete if we shy away from taking leadership positions. Why do we join Toastmasters? It's to enhance our confidence. That's usually the first thing that most people want, to enhance confidence and to become better communicators. But that journey is only halfway complete if we do not take on leadership positions. I understand from whatever I have done, I've understood that being a leader teaches you skills that you don't even learn in a business school. Leadership lessons that you learn in Toastmasters can be applied in any business, in any kind of sphere, spectrum of society, maybe in a non-profit, maybe in a for-profit, maybe even in your social life. But it's through the leadership roles that we take up that we get those lessons of perhaps interpersonal skills, of delegating, of planning, of having a clear vision, of setting goals and objectives, of then implementing those goals and objectives. There are a variety of competencies that we learn by taking up leadership roles. And if you're hesitating to take up leadership roles, find a mentor who will be able to help you answer your questions and give you the courage and the confidence to take up a leadership role. Take that first step and you will not regret it.
Amazing. So any one of us who have not yet taken any leadership role, let us approach our mentors. Now, coming to the next question, we have really been fortunate this time to attend virtually the international conference, and you have attended many. So your most memorable moment at any international conference, like we would like to see it through your eyes.
I have attended international conventions since 2006, every single convention since 2006. So that's 15 conventions so far. Of course, the 2020 convention was the unique convention because it was online. And of course, that was the convention that caused me the most worry because I was supposed to be the one required to be responsible for that convention. But I still fondly remember two conventions, the 2006, because that was my first, which was in Washington, DC. And then the convention in 2013, which was in Connecticut, which was in Cincinnati. 2006, as I said, because it was my first, and I got this opportunity for the first time to be amongst the luminaries of Toastmasters, amongst people from all over the world who had come together. And it really opened my eyes, and which really inspired me to go to every single convention thereafter. 2013 was the time when I was seeking election as international director. And the week of the convention that I was there, where I was campaigning and talking to district leaders from around the world, participating in the World Championship of Table Topics. Have you heard of that? The World Championship of Table Topics? Well, that's the candidate showcase that happens, where every candidate for seeking a position on the board of directors is put through a grueling 6-minute round of question answers. It's table topics on steroids. And the winner, in effect, is the one who's voted to become a member of the board of directors. So in that 1 week, I realized I utilized all that I had learned in Toastmasters in the preceding 12 years or 11 years that I had been a member. And that has been my most momentous convention, I would say, that I've attended.
Our next question comes from our immediate past area director, Deval Patel, Toastmaster Deval Patel. He asks, what has changed and what has remained same in Toastmasters, according to you, from 18 years before till today in 2020? Do you see any change?
Oh, there's a sea change. I think we have become much more contemporary. If Dr. Smedley had been alive today and had looked at Toastmasters, he would have recognized what this organization has become. From that one club in the basement of YMCA in California, Santa Ana, California, to more than 145 countries, more than 16,000 clubs across the world. All clubs now meeting online, or at least the majority of the clubs now meeting online, with the pathways as the way of our program now, the educational program, which is really more business oriented, which teaches us skills that our earlier program perhaps did not teach as well. There is a sea change in the way we're working. We're now so dependent on technology. We've kept pace with what's happening in the world. And in fact, in some ways, we're ahead of the curve in the way we're meeting the needs of today and tomorrow. So indeed, 18 years has made a vast, vast difference. And it's only for that reason that I'm here with you today. Otherwise, I'd have had to catch a flight and spend perhaps a couple of days in Baroda to be able to attend a meeting of the Toastmasters Club of Baroda.
That's indeed a sea of change. Amazing. Now, the next question is, International speech contest is knocking at the door. You have seen many world champion speeches, you have witnessed them live. So if you have to give few tips, 1 or 2 tips to somebody participating in the contest, what would that be?
During my keynote, I talked about passion. And I think it's extremely important if you want to become the world champion, that you need to have that passion within you, the want in you, the hunger in you to become the world champion. If you lack the hunger, the winning streak in you, the winning spirit in you, you are not going to be able to succeed. And because of the passion, the purpose, you will want to master. And master would mean that you need to write your speech, rewrite your speech, rewrite it, practice it thousands of times. Yes, thousands of times. Not tens, 20s, 30s, hundreds of times, but thousands of times before you get it right. That's what the world champions do. That's what those who become world champions do. Find something that connects with you. Because really, the speech topic that you're going to speak on, or the topics that you're going to speak on, should come from your heart. You really must believe in your topics. You really must believe that that's going to help change the world, not just change you. So you have to keep in mind your audience, the needs of your audience. For what you speak, you need to believe in mind, body, and soul. And if it can be through your own experience, nothing like that. That's the best thing that you can do. So have passion, ensure that you master it, practice, 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 ensure that you keep the needs of the audience in mind, believe in the topic that you're going to speak in, and ensure that, or try to keep it from your life experiences, because then that really ensures that you're speaking from the heart.
Yes, so let's get ready, let's be passionate, let's get ready to prepare from our heart, listen to ourselves, and believe in ourselves. The next question is, as a leader, how do you motivate your team? What are the ways you can motivate, keep your team like totally inspired and energetic, enthusiastic?
Thank you. That's an interesting question. How to motivate them? So first of all, we've got to figure out what's our common purpose. What is the common goal? How do we ensure that we're able to work together towards achieving that common goal? And before we do that, we've got to have a vision. So the leader must have a clear vision, must be able to communicate that vision, and ensure that you're able to motivate everybody to achieve that same vision. Then prepare a plan to be able to get to that vision, and ensure that everybody participates in preparing that plan. Everybody works through the pieces of the plan so that you come to a common consensus. Through that common consensus, you're able to ensure that everybody is motivated because you have a common purpose, you have a common goal, and you are motivated and inspired by that common vision of achievement. That's the best way to motivate. But again, what motivates us is back to what Daniel Pink talked about.
Agreed. Now it's time for some fun session. Why not we have a rapid fire round? So are you ready?
I'll try to be.
Okay, so one superpower, if you're granted one superpower, what would that be?
Everybody in the world becomes a Toastmaster.
Ooh. Tea or coffee?
Coffee. And tea at times.
Favorite celebrity or famous personality?
Dilip Abhisekara. Past international president. My first leadership mentor.
Oh, wow. Your favorite quote.
A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way.
Favorite role in a club meeting?
Our counter.
And can we have a bit of elaboration on that?
So when I joined Toastmasters way back in 2002, in fact, I was a very hesitant Toastmaster. I didn't want to come to Toastmasters at all. And well, that's a long story. I'm not going to tell you now. But finally, when I did attend, the real reason that I attended that meeting was to attend the meeting and then say, I'm not interested in joining because really this is not meant for me. Because I'd been told it was to enhance my communication skills. And I said I had good communication skills. So again, just like in the case of my niece, I was called upon to speak on table topics. And I remember how nervous I was. I barely was able to stand on the stage for a minute. And when the R counter in that meeting announced the report, Deepak Menon had 27 R's and fillers in the 1 minute that he did not speak. And I realized that I needed to join Toastmasters, if not for any other reason, but to eliminate my fillers.
Okay, your favorite food?
So many. I can't name one.
All right. Okay, this one may be tough for sure. Communication track or leadership track?
An amalgam of the two.
Okay. Virtual or physical meetings?
Virtual. But I'd like to have physical back soon.
Favorite holiday destination?
Kerala.
Wow, that's amazing. And your last question, the most challenging role as a leader? Most challenging role?
Division governor.
Okay. Interesting. So with that, we come to an end of an amazing, amazing session. Thank you. Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Deepak Menon, for accepting the invite and making our day. And we have a token of gratitude, so kindly accept it. So I would request Zoom Master to please present the certificate. Let's have
Thank
a
you very much.
huge round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for the honor. I really appreciated the time that I've spent with you here. And I've enjoyed speaking to you and answering all your questions, and especially the rapid fire round. Thank you all. I hope that you will now be able to find your why and stay in Toastmasters for your entire lifetime. Thank you.
Now coming to the next question. Or why? Why are we here? We are here to celebrate. And after the keynote, it is time for some fun, some games. Are you all ready for it? Can I have a raise of hands? Who's ready for games? Amazing. And to conduct the same, we have our Vice President membership, Toastmaster Ramkesh. Now, he is someone that any role he takes, he always brings in something new to it. He's the executive engineer at ONGC by profession, enthusiastic explorer by passion, and encourager by choice. With this, I hand over to Toastmaster Ramkesh for the next session. Over to you, Toastmaster Ramkesh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pinky. Once again, very good evening to all of you, the present Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, future Toastmaster. Very good evening to all of you. I'm going to conduct this game session. For that, I need that share my screen permission. So would like to check, is it visible well? Zoom Master, can you please help me?
Yes, it is visible.
Yes, yes. Okay, okay. Just give me some time. I think this is visible well now, according to the size of that contents. Okay. Okay, okay. So here we'll be having this game session in 4 parts mainly. That will be covering the identifying the personalities, famous personalities. I will be giving some clues about that personalities, some hidden traits. You have to identify that. In second part, I will be giving some clues about the some sort of objects. You need to identify the complete object. Then I will be asking some general questions. Then certain codes, famous codes, you need to complete that incomplete codes. That will be the structure of the game. So all are you all ready for that? Yeah, before that I need that how we should conduct it. I think better we use the chat box option. So whomsoever is answering first the right answer in the chat box who will be declared as winner of that question. And I request Zoom Master, please keep a note who is winning the maximum, who is giving the maximum right answer. So we can accordingly appreciate that Toastmasters,
Noted.
that player. Is it okay? So shall we start with the chat box option? So here we'll going for the first questions.
Once.
Vanda. In chat box only 4 options.
Yes.
Okay, but everyone now, yeah, good. Thank you.
Okay. I think, okay, let me go to the first question. Just a minute. Is it in full screen mode now? Zoom Master?
No,
Yes,
I think
it's visible, but you can go ahead.
it is visible. Yes. Can you please try to switch on that partial full screen? The button on the left on full screen mode. Or else this is also fine. We can proceed with the quiz. We are
Okay,
we
just
can
a minute.
read the
Is
questions
it in
right
full
now.
screen mode now?
Not now. Can you please try to launch first question? Maybe that
Okay.
it maybe that way it can go to full screen.
Okay. Is it visible now? Zoom Master, please.
It is visible. No. We just see the home screen.
Screen is visible or not?
Screen is visible, but the home page only, not the question page.
Okay, I am displaying the first question. Is it visible? I am displaying the few
You,
traits of some
yeah,
personality.
Toastmaster Ramkesh, you have to unshare it and share the question.
Okay. Is it visible now?
Yes, it's perfect.
Yes, it is visible. Yes.
So this is the first question here for you all, that identify the person having these rare facts. The person having the traits as champion in karate. So whomsoever having the answer, they can type in the chat box. The person or the cell that celebrates every win by indulging in ice cream. Can you figure out the answer? You can type in the chat box. The autobiography of that celebrity or that person name is playing to win. Have you able to figure it out? Anyone? Bruce Lee? Yeah, no. Sachin, no. Yeah, come on, you can do it. Yes. And one of the highest paid non-cricketing sports player in India. This is the fourth facts about that celebrity. Can anyone figure it out? I'm here to get the right answer. Yeah, come on. No, Virat, no. Yeah, you are. Yes, timer Neil. Here's the right answer. Can you have a huge round of claps? And a Nehwal, yeah. Yes. So should I move to the second question? Joe Master? Are we
Yes,
good to
please.
Okay. In similar fashion, I am going to display the traits of the second personality. He, from his heart, wanted to be a cricketer, but suddenly become an actor by chance. He came to Mumbai for acting, but landed as a AC repairman. The third, he was proud winner of 3 international awards. So can anyone guess about this personality? He's the actor in Bollywood and Nawaz. Yeah, you can be a bit closer. Yes, can I have? Yes, Abhishek MG. Yeah, this is the right answer. Irfan Khan. Yes, Irfan Khan. This is all about the Irfan Khan. Can we have a class? You must please note down the name of this winner, Abhishek Abhilash MG. Yeah, I'm moving to the next question. The personality who found spot on Times Magazine 8 times, Newsweek 7 times, and People Magazine more than 50 times. And their wedding got 750 million audience worldwide on television. And the last fact is this one. Can anyone identify this celebrity? Yeah, Oprah Winfrey. This is UK-based celebrity, very famous. Yes. Area Director KP Jani, Dinah Hedden. You figure it out very rightly. Yes. Finally, Dinah Hedden. Yes. Thank you so much. I'm moving to the next question. The autobiography of that personality is used as a textbook in the Columbia University. If anyone find answer in early stage, they can type in the chat box. That personality changed the working hours in India from 14 hours to 8 hours. Mahatma, yeah, no. Manmohan, no. Can anyone? Yeah, I'm going to the... Yes, Timer Neil again. Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. You are right. Timer Neil. Yes, you are right. This is all about the symbol of knowledge. Bharat Ratna Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. Yeah, that's very nice. Now we are moving to the second segment of this game session. So identify the person who has given this magic number 1729 belongs to him. Yeah, no, please don't use the yes, Joe Master, TM Vatsal Ramanuja. That is the right answer. The mathematics in India. I think Joe Master Vatsal has given the correct answer. Very first is the winner. Joe Master, please take the note of this. So this is the amazing number which belongs to the Ramanuja. So I'm going a bit fast. Now coming to the next question. A formula theory relating to the communication given by a professor. So want to know the name of professor and the formula. It is very much related to the verbal, vocal and facial communication. Please, come on guys. This is related to communication. Who gave this theory? Yes, come on. Ah, wow. Meghavi Vyas. Yeah, Meghavi. Yeah, that's very nice. You're the right. Yes. This is all about this. I know your image skill is being used here. Yeah, this is the famous communication theory which we should know in our communication styles. I'm moving to the next question. So what is always coming but never comes? This is the general questions. Can anyone answer? Yeah, this is the timer Neil. Yes, timer Neil, you are right. You are the first who gave the right answer. Joe Master, can you please note down timer Neil tomorrow? This is the right answer. I'm moving to the next question. Imagine you are in a dark room. How do you get out? Please type fast in the chat box. Oh, Abhilash. Yeah, timer Neil again. You are right. Timer Neil, I think you are using Google. One should refrain this. Joe Master, please note down timer Neil, the winner of this. Now moving to the next question. How many ounces are there in a pound? Yes, quick, please. Quick. How many ounces are there in a pound? Yeah, Arihant Dosi, you are exactly right. Yeah, 16 is their answer. Timer, can I have the timing idea, please? Timer.
Yeah, you have 5 minutes more.
Okay. Thank you. I'm moving to the next question. Now, the winner of this question is Arihant Dosi. Right answer 16. What would you call it? Having interaction together at any place like human book, where one human can be each book. This is the new concept like Toastmaster. Is anyone who is aware about this library? A bit closer, yes. Can anyone else try it? This is the new concept similar to the Toastmasters. Human library, yeah, you are inching towards. Can I have more answers? This is a very interesting one and already started in India as well. Yeah, come on guys. You are very sharp book lovers. Yeah, you are again inching toward the right answer. Yes. ADKP Janish, you are toward the answer. Yeah, just half. You answered the half part of that answer. Yes, anyone else? Yeah, this is the new concept like Toastmasters. Oh, this is the two word answer only. One is book. May I know the second part of that answer? One is book. Book is okay. The second word with book. Can anyone guess it? Human books. Book is the first word. Second word is something. Yeah, next 10 seconds. Yellow cards. Okay. This is the word cafe. This is the right answer. I'm sorry, sir. Okay. Quickly moving to the next question. Guess the missing part of the famous quote. So this quote given by the famous scientist Albert Einstein. So you need to fill the last 4 words. This is said about the Mahatma Gandhi. Can anyone type the missing part of this? Yes, Mahatma Gandhi. Can anyone fill the missing parts of this quotes? Yeah, last 5 seconds. Existed, ever lived on planet. You are a bit closer. You must Vatsal. Walked on this planet. Yeah, almost. You are right. District Director Avril Patlaji. You are right. Yeah, walked on the universe. Yeah, on this earth. Yeah, you are right. I'm coming to the next question. This is again the second quote about by the CEO of Facebook. So can anyone complete the last 3 words of this? This is about the leadership. I have taken the questions from communication leadership. Can anyone answer these missing 3 words? Yes, seconds. This is about the leadership. As our immediate past international director told. Yes, you are again right, Arihant Dosi, in your absence. Yeah, this is the right answer. Arihant Dosi, kudos to you. Now I'm moving to the few more questions. Yeah, I will be displaying the zoomed part or small part of some object. You need to identify the complete object. Yeah, this is the small part of that. Can you identify what it is? Yeah, last 5 seconds. Can you identify the complete object name? Yes, you are very right. Abhilash MG, memory card. This is the right answer. Yes, you are right. Again, this is the next small part, zoomed part. Can anyone identify? Yes, you are again right. MOC, Debate Master Areman. This is about the scale. This is the last question. Can you identify this one? Come on, last question of this game session. Yeah, come on, last 10 seconds. Yeah, button. Yeah, a bit closer. Yes, Debate Master Areman, battery. This is the battery. Yes. With this, thank you so much. over to you. Thank you so much for active participation or very quick reply. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Game Master Ramkesh, for these interactive games and also testing out our GK. It was fun to jog my brain again, and it was a great session. Thank you so much, Game Master Ramkesh. Now, for the session where you get to flex your convincing skills, the debate competition. There are two teams, two topics, which were previously given to the 8 contestants. The whole debate session is broken into two parts, 11 and 11, one for each topic. So in the first session, that is 11 minutes, there will be 2 versus 2. 4 people will be speaking. Each will give 1 minute of the introduction of their topic. And the remaining 7 minutes is a rebuttal round. So the same applies in the second session also. The first session's topic is jobs versus business. Team leader A, Sunita, I request you to start with the debate.
Hi, Ariman. From my side, Amit is going to start first. Amit, where is Amit?
Yeah, I am here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Hello.
Business, of course. Entrepreneurship. 85%.
Amit, I would request, can you
Gallup
just switch off your
says
video so that we can
85%
hear it
of
better?
the people who are doing that.
You can switch off your video.
Okay.
We have a better connectivity then. Sorry. We can start the time now because it's...
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, it's better, Amit, now. It's better now.
Yeah. So Gallup surveyed 85% of people who are doing job are dissatisfied with their job, with the work that they do. Now, is this survey not enough to say that the business is, of course, better than job? The entrepreneurship, you are free to do whatever you want to. You are doing your whatever you are passionate about. Your ideas, you can convert your ideas into whatever your business. You will be surprised that to know. People say risks is a factor that that the business people have to face, but what I see and what we have seen now with the technology, that the small businesses are doing great. So why not to create jobs rather than do a job? Thank you. Over to you, Amos.
Team leader Sunita, can we have your second stand?
I thought first we are going to hear from the other person and then I'm supposed to rebut it. I thought that should be.
No.
No?
You have to, all the 4 topics first, all the 4 stands, please.
Okay. So I completely agree with my partner, Amit. A business ship is all about taking risk. Life is nothing without taking risk. I know my opponent are going to say about the job. So let me tell you, only 3.5% people of percentage of India are working right now. 40% are into agriculture. That means agriculture itself is a business. I'm not going to talk about Tatas or Ambanis here. I'm going to talk about the small people who are working right now. Who served you when you were in COVID? Not Tatas, not Ambanis. People who are working over there in a small grocery shop delivered to your doorstep. You know, a small samosa wala earn more than a corporate job, makes more money in a month than a corporate job because he had guts to take the risk. And he works on his own times and condition. He is his own boss. You are not even, just imagine this COVID situation. You're not even sure about your job. You may be immediately thrown right now. So this is the right time to get into the business and prove yourself.
Thank you, Team Leader A. Now, Team Leader B, Nilakshi, can we have your team's introduction of the points?
Yes, I would request Arihan to come up first. We are going to speak on jobs. Yes, Arihant.
Good afternoon, everyone. I will tell you one story. Initially, when I had joined my job, I was designated in the position of engineer. But after 1 year, I was promoted as the assistant manager, and my salary increased fourfold. So this is the thing, benefit of jobs. You will get 4 times promotion if you are sincere and hardworking. So my example you can take for that, jobs is much better. And firstly, jobs gives us a sense of security. You know that you will have some source of income at your home. After 1 month, you are going to get some salary, and you will not have tremendous work hours. Like in business, you have to work 24 hours, but in job, I know I will work for 8 hours. Over
Thank
to you.
you. Now, for your second point, Team Leader B.
Good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about jobs. Just now, Mr. Deepak Menon said, be clear with your whys. Are you clear with your why? Yesterday, did you read yesterday's newspaper? Sonal Sharma, the milkman's daughter, will be trained as a first-class magistrate at court, at the Sessions Court in Udaipur. She is a milkman's daughter who milks the cow at 4 a.m. But she will bring power, prestige, as well as peace of mind to her family. How? By taking up a job at the age of 26. Yes, the best way to predict your future is to create it. What all things do you want in life? Paid vacations, sponsored world tour, have lunch with Obama and dinner with Biden? Take up a job as an IFS, Indian Foreign Services, and you are done. You'll be having a flourishing life. Believe me, you have to pay your EMIs as well on time. So I do go for jobs. Thank you.
Thank you both the teams for your points. Now, I would like to start the rebuttal from point presented by debate team leader A, Toastmasters Sunita.
Well said by my opponent. That proves that you all are not risk takers. That's why Ambani is hiring you. He had the guts to take the risk. That's why people are still working for him. You know, as we know about Apple, from where did Apple started? It started from a small garage. So do you have that risk? You're talking about the salary. You know, when you're doing a business, you are your own boss. Whatever you earn for yourself. You, Arihan, fourfold salary, you got it, but what did your boss get? What did the owner get? Come on, maybe 100 folds. You just got fourfold. Are you happy with that fourfold? Sorry, that's not me. My husband when he left his job and he started his business. Believe me, he had some 8 companies running under his name. So this is the what. If you want to learn swimming, you have to get into the water. And how deep is the water? Unless and until you get into it, you're not going to know. With this, I rest my case.
We don't have any answer from the opponent team, do we?
Yes, we do have the answer. I agree with team leader Sunita, as well as I disagree with her. I agree to disagree here that jobs do give you a security, as well as you are talking about risk taking. Didn't Indra Nooyi take the risk when PepsiCo was attacked that they have got more pesticide? Don't you think those CEOs, they are always having critical thinking and they are strategizing their views and visions in such a manner? Aren't they risk takers? They are. I'm telling you about my husband. He was a scientist with ONGC and he has made our life secured. 30 years he has worked and 30 years we have created the wealth through the salary we have got. I am touring the world every year. Even I am touring every month. Last month I went to Kashmir. Last year I went to Turkey. Yes, we have peace of mind because we have created wealth. We have planned. When the businesses fail, you have to lose your assets. But we don't have to lose anything. We don't have to lose anything. So I do go for jobs. Yes, I am always with the job seekers. Only thing they have to be in the right place. As Confucius said, choose a job you love. You will never have to work for a single day in your life. You will love it. You will enjoy it. You will be passionate about it. So I am a job seeker. I will be. Thank you.
Please do speak.
Yeah. Can I? Yeah.
Go ahead.
So if you can, if you risk, you said you risk, right? So why not risk for yourself? You take a risk. As my team leader Sunita said, you can earn 40 times. Why not? Why only 4 times? Risk. Once you said you can earn. This is the not only thing you have a passion about. You said just now, okay, you work at a place which you love, but why have passion about only one thing? Why can't you have passion about more things? If you are passionate about more things, you can do business about 5 times, 10 times. The growth in business is exponential. It is never restricted. So that is why if you are good at critical thinking, if you are good at being a post like CEO or CTO, or a post like a chief technical or chief officer in your company, you have a potential. You can prove your potential to be a good entrepreneur. Why not to take that? Why not to risk? If you don't, you will never chance even if you don't see the opportunities lying there. Here I rest my case.
Okay, I would like to speak. I would like to share you a small experience. My friend was there, and before March, he started his own business. He left his job and he started his own business. That is, he started a big shop. And suddenly, in March, COVID-19 struck, and his business got over. And he had invested tremendous amount of money in that, but he was in big loss. He was suffering financially. What could he do? Then he again joined. His boss of previous company was very good, and he again offered him the job. So again he started his business, and in this way, due to his job, he could pay the financial debts, and he could flourish in his career. And in jobs, we get to enjoy our life. We can go on big tours and vacations. My company had given me free tour to Canada last year, and we get free tours because of our work performance. So friends, go for jobs. Business will hamper your career.
So can I say something? So how many of you in this audience right now has paid, has gone to holiday with the paid, company has paid? Can I have show of hands? Right now in the audience. Company has paid. So you see the percentage right now. So you see the percentage. 4 people out of 20. This is what you work for. I have gone so many places. Amit has gone at so many places. We don't wait for someone else to pay for. When you pay for your own self, you enjoy more. You have fun more. And let me tell you, Nilakshi, as said, only 80% of people are still unsatisfied with the job. Right now, only 20% people, they enjoy the job that they are doing it. And yes, because you were hired as an engineer because you had a degree as an engineer. If I have a degree as an engineer, engineer. If I'm working for myself, I'm the CEO, I'm the manager, I'm the accountant. I'm enhancing so many skills right now. But if you're having an engineer degree, you will be working into the same direction throughout till you are 60 until you retire. But when you work for yourself, even and with the Toastmasters skill, you can have so many areas you can explore. So this is a chance. You are not going to have that much of communication skills if throughout
All right.
24/7 you're working on your desktop.
Okay. So that concludes as the final point. We
Well,
are out of
I
the
would like
debate.
to say something. Am
I'm
I allowed?
sorry. No, you're
No.
not allowed because the
Okay.
time has finished. You could have put your point before that, but as the time is finished, the debate concludes here. And now we move on to the second topic, the more fun topic, which people will have their personal opinions to, and not personal hard and fast options. Job and business is sometimes an option, but the next is an opinion. The topic is tea versus coffee. So now, can I have debate team leader A, Toastmaster Sunita, with their introduction from their team?
So in my team, I have Toastmaster Adi and Toastmaster Anika. Yeah, Toastmaster Adi. And I think so this time you should give chance to the opponent first. Let them start first. We started
Oh,
once, so let the opponent start first.
show of mercy. All right. Team B.
Well, we have got Neha and Toastmasters Vatsal. So, uh, who would like to start first? TM Neha?
Yes, I would like to start first, ladies
Okay.
second.
Yes, TM
And
Vatsal. Please go ahead.
yes, so coffee world over is $200 billion business, and it employs millions of people. It gives employment to farmers, to roasters, to exporters, to retailers, and whatnot. One thing about coffee is it contains caffeine, and that is not good for health. But according to research, if you consume coffee not more than 4 cups a day, it is not harmful. And research also shows that most of people can limit themselves to 4 cups of coffee per day. And that's why we have a good point that coffee is not very bad for health. Over to you, Toastmaster Neha.
Toastmaster Neha, can we have your point?
Toastmaster?
Yes, I was waiting for the other team to, but all right.
No, you have to.
So, as my teammate Vatsal just said, coffee comes with a lot of flavors as well. So, not just like tea. Tea has just innovated looking from coffee and have gotten it. But coffee was always with a lot of flavors in it. And wherever you go, you will find coffee. However you want to make it, you can make it. Unlike options that you don't have with tea. One strong debate that I have with me, I'll save it for the next round. But the thing is, anytime you have tea, as Vatsal said, you have caffeine in it and it looks like more energy in you, and you feel charged up every time you go into a Toastmaster meet, have a coffee, and then address the audience. Thank you.
All right. Now, again, a show of mercy from Toastmaster Neha. She will put it up in the second point. Okay, great. The first team, Team A, your points, please.
Unmute yourself, Anika.
Ajit, you need to unmute yourself.
I did. Hi, good evening, everyone. I think I don't need to tell which item I would supporting, because I would compliment the item which truly deserve it. Tea is the item which truly deserve the compliment. Don't you think so? Yeah, your happiness and your clapping is showing that everyone like tea. No one is liking coffee. Did anyone clap whenever you were praising coffee? Did anyone? So she didn't. You said that there are many types of coffee, but this is not true. There are more types of tea than coffee. That less milk tea, more milk tea, hard tea, elaichi tea, masala tea, falana tea, dhikana tea, and many more. Over to you, Toastmaster Anita.
Toastmaster Anika.
Tea, anytime it's tea. So as I have said many times earlier also, it's just not a beverage, it's emotion. Just imagine what happens every day in the morning where there's the last drop of tea left into it. Oh my God, my heart is out, I need more. Just imagine if tea vanishes from India, what will happen? Half of the offices, the people around will be doozing like this. Just imagine what will happen if all the tea thelas are away. What will happen? Just imagine. There will be no friendships, there will be no fun, there will be no excitement. And just imagine what happens when you go on tea stall and say, give me a coffee. He'll just think, okay, I have to make. But then he makes this pot of tea just stirring like this. So how can coffee be replaced? And just imagine if coffee shops go away. Hardly matters. We can live our life easily. So just imagine how a coffee can replace a tea. Tea is tea. Tea is much, 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 much more. Over to you.
Okay. So as we have the initial points placed by both the teams, I'd like to begin the rebuttal from Team B this time. Please place your points. Start arguing on that.
We are in Team B or Team A?
Okay. Team B, Team B leader Toastmaster Nilakshi, please.
Yes, I would like to say something on this. If most of India will dozing if tea stalls are not there, let me quote you that we have
then so many unemployment
there is coffee chain like Cafe Coffee Day, there is Starbucks, and all this serves coffee, and tea makes us, let me quote some side effects that we get from tea. Tea makes us uneasy, uncomfortable, causes acid formation, heartburn, bloating, uneasiness, and restfulness. That are co-players are right now. They are restless because of having tea today.
No trustable study which can claim these are true. There is no study till now.
So my dear opponent, if you are facing such problem, it may be because of some other reasons. You're not exercising, you're not eating well. Tea doesn't create that. So you need to keep a check on that. You just have a check over it.
Well said, Toastmaster Anika, well said.
Yes,
I am with you. I am supporting that point. This is logical point.
Just imagine if somebody tells to somebody, let's go out for a coffee. You can take it into other manner. But if you say, let's have tea, how emotional it feels. It is a pure form of emotion. So look into that.
And look at us, towards us as well. Toastmaster Anika and Toastmaster Ajit. Both of us take tea daily, minimum 2 times, and we are handsome and beautiful, and we are fit. We are fit. There is no side effect of tea. We are taking full cup of tea daily, minimum 2 cups. Hey, can you see any side effect? Oh, look our skins glowing. Can you believe it?
It is not glowing as it used to a year before Toastmaster Ajit. And let me quote some benefits of drinking coffee also. So the benefit, this is especially interesting for girls. Coffee enhances longevity and reduces effect of age on face. And also it provides stimulus to work late night. Yesterday me and Neha were preparing for debate, and we used to work from 12 a.m. midnight to 3 a.m. in the morning, and that was all because of because of tea. Tea don't have that much power, and yes, you get many types of tastes out of
I think so.
coffee,
As a team
and
leader, I
for
would say
tea,
just only
only
last
one
one thing,
taste.
that the coffee is also served in a teapot.
I'd like to
That's
say
the
something over
It
here.
is called
Coffee is also
teapot.
I'd
It
like
is
to say
also
something
called
over here.
coffee
We are
mug.
talking about
It is also
we are
called
not
coffee
talking
mug.
about
Just a
cup.
minute.
Cup
19.
or pot, we are not.
Okay. We need a proper statement from team B now.
So
So I have heard all of you, and I would like to say few things. Okay, and these are pure facts, and you would agree and agree to it. One, the first thing: have you ever heard a person being acidic because of coffee?
No.
I have heard many being acidic of tea. That is the first point. The second
Who?
point, what
Who?
my dear friend was just saying about tea, some stalls or something. The concept of cafes has been brought in by coffee, so it's nothing like which has brought in by tea, my dear friend Anika. Let me just tell you that. And the third and the very important point, the emotional connect that coffee gives you. When anybody wants to take somebody on a date, that person will not ask
Yeah,
for
yeah.
tea.
correct. Very
Ask
good
for
point.
coffee. And my final debate: we both are having coffee, not tea. So Anika with me was having coffee and not tea. I rest my case here.
This is not that if she is taking coffee, that means that not does not mean she is supporting coffee. This is the test he is testing. She is testing. Now listen me. Now listen me. Most of us would not accept it. Would not accept it. But
चाय का
listen
कमाल
me.
ये है कि
Listen
आज
me.
एक चाय वाला
Listen
भारत
to.
का
I can't hear
प्रधानमंत्री
Hindi.
है.
I can't hear
Listen.
Hindi. I'm sorry, I can't hear Hindi.
Give me 1 minute. Would you give me 1 minute to speak?
We cannot have
He's prime minister
I would
not
like to
only
speak
because
to
of
him.
selling tea, for the matter.
Listen to me. Listen to me
Yeah,
for
but
my.
the promotional campaign.
I would like to take 1 minute. Most of us would not accept it, but this is happened with me and happened all of us. That once upon a time I took my take my girlfriend to CCD, and I literally broke my FD to for bill. This happened to most of us, but everyone would not accept it. If in that same amount, I took her 100 times to tea stall, and she was happy, and we spent more quality time at tea stall than CCD, because whenever I enter inside CCD, I lose confidence. I even hesitate to ask for extra tissue paper. Yeah, most of
Next time try
lose
Starbucks.
confidence there, but no one would accept it. In each call, we are confident.
Okay,
and
now
we
we
talk
need to move on to
naturally
the
with
next
our
point.
Okay, we will move
Now-
from personal experiences to facts and
This is
figures.
not personal. You are not showing.
Wait, we need to move on from the point. Toastmaster Vatsal, your point, please.
Yes, so coffee. Let me share one fun fact with you. Any guesses for most expensive coffee in the world? And that is made from that is called civet coffee, and that is made from poop of civet cat because of its rather flavor that comes from the cat. So
All
that
right,
is
so
a
this is
fun
not the
fact
time to
about
place new point. This
coffee.
is the time to conclude. You need to
You
force
should
your
not
point.
talk about
The conclusion is very clear. The other team is quoting much and much experience, personal experience based
We are practical.
facts,
We are practical.
and we are quoting facts and figures that are publicly available. So you all can decide whom to go with and whom not to go with. Over to you, team
Okay. Now this is the conclusion of the debate. Both the topics have been spoken. We had a pretty chaotic debate in the second point because it was personal options and people did get a bit personal over here. So thank you both the teams for your enthusiastic participation in this debate and putting your points forward. With the conclusion of this, I would like to call upon the stage the editor of our newsletter, TCB Triumph 2.0, Toastmaster Amit. He's going to be a VP PR of our club for the news session, and he works as a chief technical officer in a real estate firm. Toastmaster Amit, the stage is yours.
Toastmaster Ariman, can we have the voting or debate?
Okay, the voting
Right.
was okay. We can have the voting right now. Zumaster, can we have the voting, please?
Toastmaster Neil, can you please launch the polls?
Yeah, polls are launched.
I want to ask, how should we vote?
Neglect.
No.
Plus,
one of you can vote
plus
here and
plus minus
can I-
0.
can I- one of you can vote here and one of you can send personally to Utkarsh or MOC. That would be better. Fair.
I have already voted, huh? I have voted.
Okay, so with the votings,
Out of
the
16
voting-
people, 13 have voted.
Okay.
So the last 3 votes
please.
for the co-host and the host, they can send it to me if they require. Yeah.
Okay, so we conclude with the voting over here. Now, can we have Toastmaster Amit, the editor of a magazine, on the stage? Toastmaster Amit, over to you.
Thank you, Ariman. So, thank you all of you. I am proud and thrilled in rolling out the newsletter TCB Triumph version 2 on behalf of the editorial team and all TCBians. What a journey it was to be a part of this brilliant and enthusiastic editorial team. Though we define specific roles in the team, Toastmaster Rohan, the content curator, Toastmaster Chaitali and Toastmaster Nitish as proofreaders, Toastmaster Anika, Toastmaster Neil, and Toastmaster Ariman, the designers. Each one have helped each other towards the final goal of achieving and having this sparkling newsletter. This journey started few weeks back and ended just before few hours, where the team was focused on improving the quality of the deliverables. I thank the editorial team who have put all hard work to bring together this newsletter. Special thanks to President Utkarsh, who led me and remained with all of us from the scratch to this very moment. Thanks to all club officers who have helped in all the ways possible, even at the last hour of the day. And all my club members for the enthusiasm in their participations. You will see all this in the version 2 of this TCB Triumph. I am very proud of my team and this successful project. We learned a lot during this journey. Can you enroll now? Can you enroll? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yes, a moment.
All hands together.
Toastmaster Utkarsh, it's not visible. Yeah.
I guess it all shows we have to be a bit patient at times. But then in the end, what we get is something that is an amalgamation of hard work of this very hardworking entire team of TCB Triumph 2.0, starting from the editor to the designing team, especially led by Toastmaster Neil this time, and complemented by Toastmaster Aryaman and Toastmaster Anika. The content curator, the collection of articles that was carried on by Toastmaster Rohan, and the diligent proofreaders, Toastmaster Nitish and Toastmaster Chaitali. It is going to come soon at your end. The issue link will be out shortly. And I know you all are very eager to see this. And all the best. Happy reading. Over to you, Amit.
Reading. Once again, happy reading. This is all hard work and our work put into this. So please go through this very soon. All the best and happy reading. Over to you, Toastmaster Aryaman.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amit. Okay, I mean, why did that newsletter stop there? I wanted to see more. Anyway, so let's continue. Now it is time for some surprise and suspense. For that, I would like to invite the Shashi Tharoor of our club. He is a procurement engineer professional at Siemens. He is someone who actively listens to what you have to say and then gives his inputs. Example, yesterday something popped up in my mind. Everyone knows suddenly something pops up in my mind and I called him, Utkarsh, you know, this. He heard and we came up with a solution. So anybody will never be hesitant to approach him. And he is none other than our president, Toastmaster Utkarsh Tange. Over to you.
Wow, that was one big introduction that I didn't expect to be getting in my own club. So thank you, Toastmaster Pinky. Generally, such introductions are reserved when you have people that you don't know, but for a person who is in the club for so long, it was pleasantly surprising to hear such an introduction. So thank you. So now coming, I know we are running a bit late with the agenda, but I would like to take this moment to reflect on last 6 months that was a part of my leadership journey with Toastmaster Club of Baroda in a way that can be said as the peak of the leadership journey that started with Associate Vice President Education from the club to Vice President Education, and now from July 2020 as the President of the club. And as the president, it has given me a lot of time to see the kind of zeal that the Toastmasters of Toastmasters Club of Baroda have. I have seen, as Aryaman rightly pointed out, people waking up nights and nights to complete a newsletter, people diligently thinking and researching about the speeches that they have to give, meeting last minute deadlines with the posters while juggling their own professional commitments, and following every leadership role, whether in meetings or as a part of executive committee, to their hilt. So this moment, I would like to raise a toast, though I don't have a glass with me, to each and every member of Toastmasters Club of Baroda for their sheer dedication to their own personal commitment to keep learning, and also to the Toastmasters Club of Baroda to ensure such a healthy and happy atmosphere of club members. Also, as they say, recognition of excellence is one of the biggest things that is a common feature of Toastmasters. And so at this point, as I depart as the club president, I would like to give some few recognitions from the president's desk to some members of the club that have shown even more excellence and initiative as a member and as a leader of the club. So here it goes. So this first recognition, as you can see, is for the club officer of the tenure. So as a president, you have a bird's eye view of all the members, all the officers of the club. And for this member and this officer, I would like to just say this thing. If diligence had a name, it was this person. He not only took one role in the executive committee, but when called upon by the club, he served in dual role in the executive committee as the sergeant at arms of the club, also as the associate vice president education of the club. He not only provided the very required technical support for the education desk, finalizing and making the agendas every week, reaching out to people, but also in his role as sergeant at arms, which generally is considered one of the starting points of leadership in Toastmasters. He made such a difference of starting a meeting with innovative styles, asking people about their achievements of past week, and giving something to ponder over with the speciality of the day. I know you would all be knowing about whom I am talking. Zoom Master, can you please spotlight our club officer of the tenure for tenure July to December 2020? That is Toastmaster Neil.
Thank you very much, President Toastmaster Utkarsh, but my camera is not working, so I can't turn on my video.
And I know in your next role as Vice President Education of the club, Toastmaster Neil, you are going to take the leadership even to more heights. All the best.
Thank you.
Now let's move towards this next role. Next recognition that is planned, Toastmaster of the tenure. So what is being Toastmaster all about? Distinguished Toastmaster Deepak Menon very rightly said about finding your own why. Why have you joined Toastmasters? And then not only finding it, but making the most out of the time you have over here in achieving it. This Toastmaster joined in middle of this tenure, but still in the few months that he was here, made the most out of the time he had. As I again said, it is about you taking up the initiative, you agreeing to be the contest chair of the club contest, even when you are few weeks old in the club. I know he has a big smile on his face right now, but this definitely deserves a big recognition. Not only being contest chair in your own club, but going outside, even outside the district and serving as contest chairs in clubs, helping out people, being recognized by the area as the best debutant Toastmaster of the area, and then being part of the newsletter team and working day ins and day outs and having a great learning in the process. Please join me in welcoming the Toastmaster of the tenure, Toastmaster Aryaman.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this.
Aryaman, wish you all the best in your tenure as the club secretary in the next executive committee, and keep your hunger as it is today.
Will do, sir. Will do.
Now this is a recognition that I have been planning of since when I was Associate VP Education. That is right from the start of my XCOM journey. Mentor-mentee duo, as again I would like to refer to Distinguished Toastmaster Deepak's speech. He said that even at the times when there were no communication facilities, he had mentored his niece from across the world. Even in today's online era, that is more than important, of where we are physically distant, but still we are maintaining the contact with our mentors and mentors maintaining with our mentees. It so happens that maybe a Toastmaster might not be able to attend few meetings, but then the mentor-mentee bond is something that keeps it alive. For this award, I was a bit biased because my mentee also I had wished to recognize. So I reached out to the immediate past president of the club and had her brainstorm over it. And I could not have agreed more to this choice that was made. So please join me in honoring Toastmaster Pinky and Toastmaster Nilakshi as the best mentor-mentee duo of the tenure, July to December 2020.
Thank you.
Congratulations, both
A
of you.
very brilliant write-up on this you can find
Thank
in
you.
the
Thank you so
magazine.
much.
Yes, and you can find a very brilliant write-up by both these mentors and mentees in the magazine in the section on mentoring, as also the other mentors and mentees of Toastmasters Club of Baroda. Toastmaster Pinky, you have led with an example, and Toastmaster Nilakshi, I hope the zeal you are showing, the energy you are showing each and every mentee of Toastmaster Club of Baroda would be infectious to all of us.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
So much.
And a last recognition that was a bit of a last moment thought on my part. Making a debut is one thing, but making a comeback, now that takes some guts. This Toastmaster was a member of Toastmasters few years ago, but then he had to leave. But now comes the turning point when he decides to join back, and not only join back as a member, but take a role in the executive committee as associate vice president public relation, become the editor of the club's magazine, and not only that, but be instrumental in chartering a Gable club for kids in the city. I know you all would join me in welcoming the future Vice President Public Relation and the editor of our magazine TCB Triumph 2.0, Toastmaster Amit Desai, as the comeback Toastmaster of the tenure.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Keep up the energy, Amit. And at times when I visit the meetings of Gavels Club of Vadodara, I am in doubt who has more energy, the children or you. Keep up the energy. And with this,
thanks a lot.
I would end my part and hand over back to our MOCs, Toastmaster Pinky and Toastmaster Arima.
Okay, so this was a surprise and the suspense. And yes, we all are pleasantly surprised. So Ariman, M stands for milestone.
Yes.
M stands for memories. How about we share the most cherished memories of our members?
Sure, why not? Let's relive them together.
Let's start.
Mom, you muted?
Yeah, sorry. So this is the most cherished memory of Toastmaster Neil and Vatsal. They think alike. They miss, and that is the most cherished moment, is gathering at parking lot after the club meetings. Long discussions and fun until 11 in the night. We used to finish the meeting at 9:30, but no one left till 11. Next, we have from Toastmaster Bhavan. He says, when he worked with TCB's first newsletter team, it was a crash course learning for him. Next, we have from Toastmaster Anika. She says she has so many memories that remembering one will not do justice. Then, distinguished Toastmaster Sunita says, going for coffee after the club ISC and table topics contest. And yes, how can we forget making 100 meeting promo video? Next, we have from Toastmaster Neha. She says that when club got the Diamond Club Award last year, she saw the jealous eyes. That was the most cherished moment for her. Ariman, why don't you continue?
Okay, that's what I would love to do. So, from Toastmaster Nilakshi, we had a sad comment in the beginning. I had fractured my leg, thought won't be able to attend Toastmasters. But Neha called up when the virtual meeting started and it was sorted out. So, that was a benefit of the virtual meetings. Next, from Toastmaster Utkarsh, speaking in the open mic event and representing Toastmasters Club of Baroda was his first glimpse of Toastmasters leadership, and it was a big turning point for him. Now for Toastmaster Amit, starting a new Gavels Club in Vadodara is the most cherished memory. It will bring many more long and lasting memories as he continues to be a part of it. From Toastmaster Ramkesh, receiving a comment or a compliment from a fellow Toastmaster who was not from this country on the report of his R counter. He gave an R counter report which was commended from a foreign Toastmaster by saying that he had never seen such a report. So that was his best moment. And from Toastmaster Vilas, whenever he used to get stuck in the table topics and while speaking, if he would stand there without speaking anything, everyone would cheer on for him. That cheering was the most cherished moment for him in Toastmasters Club of Baroda. Now, with this, I would like to close the meeting by saying Toastmasters Club of Baroda has served me a lot. I have served it thoda sa. I have served it a bit. I'm starting to serve, and now I'll be an ExCom member and I will serve it more. I've been trying. So one thing that I've learned is being prepared from Toastmasters Club of Baroda is the thing which I learned. And this 125th meeting is the meeting which I've prepared the most for. This is the meeting, this is the main part in Toastmasters in my whole journey for which I have actually prepared. So this is my most cherished moment at this exact point is my most cherished moment. As I prepared for it, I put work in it, and that is my most cherished moment. Thank you, everyone. Now, I would like to hand it over to the presiding officer, Toastmaster.
What a wonderful ending, Masters of Ceremonies. 20 words to describe your journey. So that was actually reliving our own experiences, our own first table topics, our own first glimpses at leadership, and the entire journey of each and every Toastmasters would have been passing on with us. And I just got to hear the most cherished memory of our immediate past president, Toastmaster Neha. And this was just, I don't know if you could see that. This was what I got from my shelf here right now. And I know Toastmaster Pinky will be holding this in next 6 months as the next presiding officer and the president of the club. And so today, on this last meeting, I would not be ending the meeting, but I would like to pass on the baton to the incoming president of Toastmasters Club of Baroda, Toastmaster Pinky. And I say for the last time, the stage is all yours.
Okay, those words last time were so emotional. Like, no, I don't want to hear that. And you are not going to be left at any given point of time. You're going to be troubled at any time. So be prepared for it. So yes, let's have a feedback. I would request if anyone would like to give a feedback. And why don't we start with our immediate past international president, distinguished Toastmaster Deepak Menon, to share the feedback. How did you find this meeting?
Thank you very much for that opportunity. This has been such a fun meeting. I've enjoyed myself thoroughly. It's been raucous at times. It's been inspiring and motivating at times. And it's been just jolly good fun. Indeed, the Toastmasters Club of Baroda knows how to have a good time. Thank you very much for having me over.
Thank you for those wonderful words. Now I would request Area Director Toastmaster KP Jani to tell us about his experience.
Hi, fellow Toastmasters. DTM, Deepak Menon, sir. It was a pleasure to be around. It was such an innovative meeting, full of energy. This shows the character and the spirit of the club, for which we join the club and elevate ourselves physically, mentally, and spiritually. And I can see in that club. I've got connection with this club that when it was being formed, we used to come from Ahmedabad to participate in the meetings before even the club was chartered. So I have got my affiliation. When the area was one, we used to come for training sessions. So that way I am really intimately connected with this club, and I wish you all the very best, especially to the officers. I thoroughly enjoyed. Especially I got a prize. Over to you, Madam President.
Thank you. Thank you for those kind words. I would request our division director, Toastmaster Aviral, to give his feedback. Like, how did he find the meeting?
This was unlike any other Toastmasters meeting I've ever attended. And I have certainly learned how to have fun in a Toastmasters meeting, more than your regular meetings. I really wanted to participate in the debate because it was so intriguing. First was job and business. The only point I want to say is no business can survive without people doing jobs, and there can be no jobs without people ready to risk everything and do business. And about that, I won't be so diplomatic. It's always tea above coffee for me. So again, thank you very much. Thank you for having me. I have already said it in the newsletter that TCB is setting benchmarks against which all other clubs in the division will be measured. Now I want to say that TCB is setting benchmarks against which all other clubs in the entire Toastmasters International will be measured. So kudos to the club, well done, and I'm really proud of you and what you're doing. Thank you. And it was an honor, as Toastmaster KP also mentioned. I think it's the first time we're interacting, although we are connected on LinkedIn, distinguished Toastmaster Deepak Menon, but it was an honor listening to you, hearing from you, and it's really moved me. Thank you, sir. Thank you for sparing your time for our club. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Aviral. And we have someone from the district newsletter team too, Toastmaster Abhilash, who's in the part of the designing team of district newsletter. Abhilash, why don't we hear something from you?
Thank you, Toastmaster Pinky. Finally, I attended your club meeting. We have been connected for more than 6-7 months now. She has been asking me to attend the club meeting sometime. But at 125th milestone meeting, I got a chance to attend, and I hear amazing speeches. First time I'm hearing from DTM Deepak Menon sir, and because I'm new to Toastmasters, so this is the first time I get a chance to hear from such eminent leaders around the globe. Thanks for putting me in part of this meeting, and the debate was so good. I was so controlling myself to type my points in the chat. I don't want to. No, I was. It is like business and coffee for me. I had a very good point for coffee because I'm drinking coffee to save people. I don't want to kill my boss, so I have a good cup of coffee every day morning. That point would have killed, I'm sure. Thanks for making me listen to all these things. I was so controlling. It is so good, and I got 2 good prizes also, just for guessing the answers. That was a very nice game. And every meeting I attend, I have a good takeaway, and this meeting entirely, it's a takeaway for me, and I'll try to implement at least few parts of this in my upcoming club meetings. Thanks a lot for being listening to me till now. Thank you. Thank you guys. And congratulations for your milestone meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Abhilash. And let's hear something from Toastmasters Shravani. Toastmaster Shravani, are you there?
Yes, yes. First of all, congratulations for your milestone meeting. And am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So so many times I have connected with Baroda meeting because of Pinky only. I would like to listen to her. That's why. But today I just joined to see distinguished Toastmaster Deepak Menon, and it seems like Deepak Menon is in front of me. We are in not a virtual meeting. We are in a physical meeting. Means it's so emotional. It's means I am speechless and I could not explain my emotion because seeing Deepak Menon so closely and in our Baroda club, it's a really honor to us also. And what about KP Jani said, it's really true for everybody. We should keep on continue in Toastmaster and keep our leadership at high level. And today's meeting I thoroughly enjoyed, and it's a benchmark for me. And so many takeaways for me also. Over to you.
Thank you. And last, let's hear from Arihant. He's been back after a long time. So we have to listen something from you.
It was an absolute pleasure to attend the 125th meeting. I am just speechless after hearing the DTM Deepak Menon. It was one of the best meetings I have ever attended. TCB rocks always. This memory I will cherish.
Thank you. Now, it is said that, in fact, Sachin Tendulkar has said that success is a process. During that journey, sometimes stones are thrown at you, and you convert them into milestones. Yes, we were not thrown stones, but we were thrown challenges of since the last 6 months, meeting every week virtually for 2 hours, and we did that, and it is a success. It is our success together. So I would here like to have a huge round of applause for each and every member of TCB. A round of applause to ourselves. And yes, I have been part of this club since its first meeting. I've seen it grow with leaps and bounds. I've seen the leadership of Toastmaster Swapnil, Toastmaster Amrit, Toastmaster Neha, and Toastmaster Utkarsh. And I will try my level best to keep the legacy moving ahead. The journey has not stopped. It has just begun. And now it's time to announce the winners. So, Zoom Master, do we have the certificate ready?
Yes.
So, are we going to have the winner of the debate contest first? Can we have the certificate for the debate contest?
Sure.
And the winner for the debate contest is Team Nilakshi. A huge round of applause. Congratulations, Team Nilakshi.
Thank you everybody. And even I learned so many things from the other team. Sunita, you were the one who motivated me to speak, or else I wouldn't have been the winner. And thanks a lot for the team members. We had really worked hard this time. All my team members have worked together. Throughout the day, we were connected and we were sharing points. We were going through Google, and we had done serious preparation this time. Thank you so much.
Let's have a cup of tea over this
We'll have a cup of tea. And I am going to start my own business. You know, I'm running my own business.
And do we have, once again, congratulations. And do we have the winner of the game section, Zoom Master? I think so. We all know about him. One we doubt was using Google. And that is Toastmaster Neil. Congratulations to you for winning the game section.
Thank you very much. I'll give certificate to myself afterwards.
So it will be like Karthik calling Karthik moment for you.
Sure.
So with this, I end the meeting. And again, I say the journey has just begun. The next meeting we will have on 6th of January. And yes, let's have a group photograph. And for that, we will have the TCB hashtag.
This is a thing that we had started for our online meetings. So a tradition of sorts. Thank you. Thank you everyone for coming here, especially distinguished Toastmaster Deepak. It was such a learning to hear from you. And as you said, we all will strive to find our own whys after today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, and all the very best, and Happy New Year to everybody. Goodbye. See you.
Happy New Year. Thank you.
Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. Thank you, Aviral, for being here again. It was such a big support to have you, to have the division director come down. Always.
Great job, Pinky.
Yes. All the best.
Very well conducted.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. It's team effort. Cannot be done alone.
Make me the vice captain of the team then.
It's done.
I would like to thank Aviral for being so patient and attended the meeting thoroughly. So,
Neha,
you know,
well done,
the
Neha.
best part-
Congratulations, Neha.
First time I've seen like any big officer staying from the beginning to end. Otherwise, no one. They just deliver their speech and they just. But I was like so shocked that Deepak staying there, from beginning to end. That's amazing. Like it shows the commitment. Like you're committed to one meeting, not having your